ghosts and ghouls, and welcome to the KPLS show. This your man, Land Shark, your cryptic killer here, along with my brother from another mother.
You already know Kung Fu Panda. So, buddy, it's been a little minute. I'm glad to be back together, get everything rolling again. As you probably know, we had a very severe weather hit by, and it took a little bit of us off our schedule a little bit. It was severe, probably one of the most. I've never seen it in southeastern Kentucky in the last 15 years.
Since Mayfield.
Exactly.
And it was, London, Kentucky, and Somerset, Kentucky was hit by an EF4 tornado, and it was just, if you've seen it personally, it's something out of a nightmare. I'm not a big storm guy. I hate storms. I'm not one of those other guys that want to sit and watch thunderstorms roll in.
Yeah.
I hate them. And the Sunday after it happened on a Friday night, and then me and my wife went down Sunday to see if we could help out, see if there's anything we could donate.
It was a bad situation, man. Like I said, Mayfield was the last time there was an EF4 tornado that hit Kentucky.
I don't even think it was an EF4.
It's official.
Was it? No, the Mayfield one.
The Mayfield one, yeah.
Mayfield.
So this was, I don't know.
The London one was definitely EF4.
Correct us if we're wrong. I'm pretty sure this is probably one, if not the strongest, one of the top strongest tornadoes
it was
in Kentucky.
Horrific.
But, it was a 60-mile stretch from Somerset to London.
And then it started, this actual storm cell started in Missouri.
Yeah.
And just stretched all the way to London, Kentucky.
And it's crazy. There was really no warning. And that destruction was massive.
It was just something different, man.
But
so we don't want to spend too much time on that because we, negative happens. It's part of the world, but we want to give our thoughts, our prayers, our good vibes, whatever you believe in, whoever you pray to.
Kentucky strong is what we are.
Kentucky strong, 606 strong, baby.
Yep. Let me go ahead and take over from this point because we had a bunch of
prayers out to y'all.
But I've had a lot of people contact me. Had a lot of people come up to me out in the public world and say, Kung Fu, it's been a while. When's the last time you've done it? You showed off some EDC, some of your everyday carry stuff.
Yeah, we've really never done
I've asked a question too. It's like, well, Kung Fu, what is your usual? What are you going to go out with?
Yeah.
What do we know? What do you keep on you?
So this is kind of the first ever EDC drop.
Yeah.
This is what we actually would have on us out in the world, minus one or two things maybe. But we're going to do an EDC drop today, and then we're going to kind of creep on into some weird stuff. Some stuff that we went back and relived some nostalgia.
Relived, But our main topic of today's episode, we're going to do our movie review.
Yeah, we're going
to do
a movie review comparison. Because I got two other movies to throw out there that we've talked about.
And like I told you, through text messages, it's like, I remember this one. It's a movie we haven't seen in about 50. I haven't seen it in about 50 years.
I haven't seen it in a long time.
And I always remembered it being better than it was.
Did you get my picture I sent you?
Yes, I did. That was awesome. That was awesome. But let's hop right into this EDC stuff.
Let's do the EDC.
So you want to start off? Or you want me to show off? I got my stuff right here.
Your stuff's right there. Go ahead.
So Kung Fu Panda. You see him out in the world. You're gonna see two different types of Kung Fu Panda. One who likes to strut his stuff, and one that just wants to kind of keep to himself. But also be wary that don't mess with him because he has something on him. So let's just say I'm dressing nice. I'm not covering myself with a jacket or anything. I'm going to have a piece showing because we're a constitutional carry state and we're allowed to open carry.
Kentucky, the patriot state of shit.
So I'm going to bring this bad boy up here. And folks, it's been a while since I brought this out of the safe. So what I got right here is a Smith & Wesson. Let me double check that model number. Yep, model 28-2. It's a Highway Patrolman 357. And this bad boy I like to say is my open carry gun because you really can't, a wheel gun, if you got it, show it. Yeah. You don't need to be concealed.
Unless it's like a small 38 SW.
If you got a stubby, but you don't need your wife's ankle pistol.
Yeah, I got a.
You don't need your wife's ankle pistol.
No, my wife's ankle pistol's a 43X.
But as I was saying, Kung Fu wants to strut his stuff a little bit. Doesn't care who sees it, but wants to know that I'm here for presence. You don't mess with me. We got it right here. The Smith & Wesson Model 28-2 Highway Patrolman 357. Classic firearm, decent firearm, expensive firearm. It's also one of them I like to strut because every time I strut this around, people want to ask, "Hey, you shouldn't sound that bad." I was like, sometimes you got to strut your stuff a little bit, right?
Right. Peacock. Got peacock.
You got a peacock. I'm a peacock. You got to let me fly, baby. Yeah. All right. So next thing, Kung Fu Panda says, you know what? I don't want people coming up to me sometimes I can be a little antisocial, and I just want to keep to myself. So I necessarily ain't going to conceal carry this, but I will have a jacket or a hoodie covering it up.
Right.
Something over there that, I have easy access to it, but, it's not.
That's why I like the fall and winter in Kentucky, because the guns get bigger.
Exactly. So I'm going to bring this bad boy out, and as you folks know, this is the staple of the Kung Fu Panda arsenal. My Kimber LX Custom 1911. Always going to bring this bad boy. This is my constant. I would say if it was considered a concealed carry, this is my concealed carry. Big boy here. I'm not big on concealed carrying. I'm not really big on appendix carry. I like to carry straight on my hip, but I wouldn't mind a jacket or something covering up every now and again. It's something I can get easy access to, but I'm not flaunting it. So a 45, always a kicker. Stop anything. Go through some decent some of these crappy armors you can get at some of these fake gun stores. Some of these fake gun stores right here that act like they know what they're doing, right?
Yeah.
But this is what I always carry. I always carry a decent hollow point. I think I got some Remington hollow points in these. Ooh. So some good decent rounds. Just a cheapo plastic mag that
So I've talked to him about getting better holsters.
Yeah, that's a good point. I'm working on that, but I prefer. And we got Overlord playing over there, so if I get distracted by watching a guy get something pulled out of his chest, that's what I'm saying right
horrific.
Here. Yes, but I used to be a big leather holster guy, especially with the 1911.
I like the feel of the leather.
I like the feel of leather. But the one thing that my leather holster has a problem with, that this holster doesn't have, is we got that locking capability that this gun is not going to go up there. It's a little more loose for my taste, but I like the security of this one for right now. As a temporary thing, it's doing its job. Now, you can't end off an EDC without some kind of blade you have on you. You always have it in your pocket. If I don't have a firearm on me, if it's for my work reasons or for whatever other reason, I just decide, hey, I don't have the strap on my hip. You know what I mean? I will always have this, and I always carry a pocket knife. Now, the pocket knife I've been using for the past 6 years was one gifted to me by my boy right here, Lane Sharp. It is a Tac Force Karambit folding pocket knife. It is awesome. It still holds an edge, and I've been using the heck out of it for everything. I take a Karambit and I use it like it's my country's case, like it's my granddaddy's case knife. You know what I mean?
It's been around forever.
It's been around forever, and I love it, and it's perfect. Like I said, do whatever you need. Flip, turn, slash. It's good. You got it.
And it cuts good. A FedEx box, don't it?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I use it like it's my granddaddy's case, right? So that's what I got on here. Land Sharks, what's the EDC we got for today?
I'm a huge EDC person. So what I'm going to show you is what I like to call my merch, my man purse. Yeah. And we luckily get to work jobs that we dress like this. I mean, with sleeves on, obviously, but I have to train people. I do a lot of wrestling.
Keep talking. Step off camera for 1 second.
I do a lot of wrestling around, and I wear ball shorts a lot. Sometimes I wear khaki shorts. I wear athletic gear. Yep. So in my truck, what I'm going to show you, my truck's part of my EDC. I have a boo-boo kit in there for some small cuts and such, and then I have an actual med kit in there, a trauma kit. And then I've got a go bag in my truck. And then in the back of my truck, I have some camping gear, some code gear, just in case. But now what I'm going to show you is if I'm just going out with somebody, if I jump in my father-in-law's truck and we're going to the Gatlinburg, the Mecca, or if we're going here, we're going there. This is what I have done. My father-in-law also, I have got him into carrying med stuff and all that. So he's got stuff in there. So what I'm going to show you, every now and then, and this is obviously God. Yep. This is my little man purse I carry around. This is always in my truck, or this is always somewhere close to me. Yep. So my EDC, and now if it's getting hot, I will carry a 43X, slim with a slimmer shirt or something on. But I can conceal carry this, and it conceals up real nice. Yep. I just got to change the mags around. So what I keep on me is my Glock 19. It's just an old, I don't care, I like a good paddle holster. Good Black Hawk paddle holster right there. 20 round mag I keep on me. I only carry 19 in it. We good clear. Good. So EDC is my Glock 19 Gen 4. Actually, this used to belong to a detective in Kentucky, and it was sold to a kind of a local gun store, and I bought it the day that he brought it in. I keep 2 extra mags, 2 15-round mags. Got to have that pinky extension because I got a bear paw as a hand. I keep that in there, and now, as you said, gotta have a blade. Gotta have a blade. So I keep it simple. Keep a simple little fixed blade. It conceals up nice, good.
It's been a while since I've seen you bring out an actual skeleton.
Yeah, grip. It's light, but it's good. I mean, that's a good blade on there.
Oh yeah, that's a good blade.
It's a good blade on there. And then I keep a other than I've got a knife in my console. I keep knives in my console. I've got other things other than that. I keep a Gerber pocket knife in there because it's smaller. Gerber's Gerber. Yeah, it's been around for a while. It stood the test of time.
Good brand. Always good.
Great brand. I am kind of a brand guy, so I keep that in there.
Yeah, a portable brand too.
Yeah, and as I said, in my truck, I've got a boo boo kit that's got band-aids, ointments and such in it. But I also keep a little bit bigger of a gun in my truck somewhere hid. It's an AR pistol I keep in there. It's legal. I keep it hid in the truck, and then I got a get home bag. And keep in mind, I only work 4 minutes from my home. And then my bags. I'm a bag whore. I love backpacks. If I ever had a fetish, it's backpack fetish.
Bag there. Open that closet. How many bags are in there?
Right. I got a backpack for it.
Is that a tactical Gucci bag? I mean, come on.
So I'm a backpack guy, man. I love backpacks. But now, as I said, if I'm going to conceal this, I carry appendix or I carry to 4 o'clock position. Yeah. The new holster that I got for my wife's 43, I will carry that sometimes. Yeah. Because I can carry it to the 4 o'clock position and I forget the things there. Yeah. I love it. If we're out at your local, I don't care what anybody says it. I'm from the trailer park. I'm from the holler. Yeah. I love me some Applebee's. So if I'm at your local Applebee's, I got it. I got that 43 on me. But now if I'm going out and I'm in a bigger city, or if I'm a little bit farther away from home, I'll put this on because this is. I mean, you've seen me shoot this thing.
Oh, yeah.
It's an extension of me. I put a lot of work in with this. I want to kind of modify some things on it, but it makes it a little bit harder to carry. But just a simple Glock 19 Gen 4. Yeah. I love this gun. It's a really good shooting gun. Yes. It shoots straight line. And, I've got an extra folding knife. I got an extra folding knife in my truck. I've got flashlights. I got 3 different flashlights, in my truck. Mm-hmm. I'm going to actually end up putting one in this, and then put a smaller med kit in this also. So this is just my EDC.
This is a cool thing because I've seen a lot of EDC videos. People go talk about what they use. You need to see the bare bones stuff they have strapped to them. You never see anything that's like a full on. You have a full on kit that's already concealed for you that you already have attached to that if you need it off the bat. Of course, occasionally your gun will be on your hip. But if for whatever reason you just gotta have it all in there, you got it all in one little kit.
Because I do work at a federal facility. We carry, we actually do training on site. That way, if we have an active shooter, we have a response team that I'm part of. And then I wear ball clothes to work. So this old Black Hawk paddle head holster is good to slip on somewhere. I have in a bag in the back of my truck. I have some tactical pants and an extra belt. That way, I can.
You need it.
But now, if I'm out, and I'm wearing jeans and my boots, there's more than one weapon on me somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So there's even maybe some stuff that you'll never see that. I don't know if I fit on somehow.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Exactly.
So and I mean, like you said, you get to see what people. But this is my basic EDC. I pack this up. I carry it out every day. I go to work. If I go just shooting, I'm going to a different gym than what I got myself. Yeah. Or just just to have on me. This is what I have on me. So it's simplistic, but effective. So it's Glock. I forgot. This is Benchmade, I believe. Yeah, this is Benchmade. Yep. So that's top of the line. Just I got it given to me a few years ago for a gift. Benchmade's a really good brand. Yeah. And then I got the Gerber pocket knife. The folding knife I have in the car is a Smith & Wesson. Yeah. It's got the window brake on it, so I keep it where I can get to it. Exactly. It's also got the cutter for the seatbelt. Seatbelt. So and then there's a few extra goodies in my truck. So and then my wife's. I've also got it set up with a few extra goodies. Now, where I'm not in that as much. It's set up more for her. She's got some extra mags for her 43.
Yeah.
Stuff that's more simplistic.
Yeah.
In that. But when I go, like you said, I'm a backpack guy, so I'm
Yeah.
a backpack. There's a
got
backpack in my closet right now in the equipment closet that, hey, let's go to Tennessee. I'm going to throw over my shoulder. It's already got packed, racked, and ready to attack. So, that's going to go with me. All right, now that's our simplistic breakdown of our EDC.
Yeah.
Now we're going to move on
to our main topic.
To our main topic of the night, and this is going to be kind of a quick video, y'all. We just wanted to get together. And, like I said, it's always a reason to hang out. It's always
a reason to hang out and try to do this more, but
we've got a first ever live viewing coming up.
Yes,
we're going to attempt. Well, it might not be the week of, but we are going to attempt to watch Sinners together.
Yes,
it releases it's either video on demand or for sure streaming.
Yes,
June the 3rd. So we're going to watch that. And,
we'll try to do our commentary on the film.
Yeah, try to do some commentary while we watch it. Maybe pause here or there, or just maybe do a video afterwards.
Yeah.
But it'll be a quick speed through of us having some drinks, some food, watching Sinners.
Yeah.
That's coming down the pipe, and then we got some stuff that we're planning.
Yeah.
Summertime, we got a little bit more free time, but hey, we're already almost halfway to Halloween.
Exactly.
And I want this to be an epic ass Halloween. Now it might not be us going here and going there, but we're going to make it good. We want to make it entertaining because that's our favorite month, and we're really going to enjoy it this month or this time around. So, but let's break down and get into some creature features.
Exactly.
Get into some nostalgia. We just recently got together and said, "Hey, man, let's throw together a video. Let's throw together a show."
Let's go back to a little bit of the roots of the original OG KPLS.
And OG KPLS is cryptids, it's monsters, it's horror. So we decided.
Yep.
And I picked the movie, not knowing that it was one of my man's favorites.
For 15 years, it was always on my top of creature feature movies.
And then we rewatched it.
And I rewatched it after not seeing it for 15 years. And
we're talking about.
Oh my God!
We're talking about the early '90s spectacle that was Anaconda, starring Jennifer Lopez, Ice Cube, John Voight. Owen Wilson was in there.
I forgot he was in there. The whole time.
Gary. I heard Gary Friday night until I was Gary.
Gary.
I heard it until I was sick of it Friday night.
All right.
So I had what I like to call a Freaky Friday.
Yeah.
I done 3 different creature features in one night because me and the wife's date night consists of just watching horrible movies sometimes.
Yeah.
And
sometimes bad movies do rule.
Actually, later on that night, we stayed up pretty late that night just watching movies, and we ended up watching John Wick 4.
Yep.
And my favorite, The Crow, and made up for the night. But anyways,
Anaconda.
Let's get into Anaconda.
Oh my God, I got some things to talk about this.
Gary.
Mateo. And Peregrine.
Oh
my God. Okay.
John Voight was one of the worst 3 accents ever in a movie.
All right. I remember 15 years ago, I remember watching this movie and thinking it was a great movie. I thought it was a great creature feature, great action. Now that I got
there wasn't even no lead up to the
Exactly.
They just showed the snake come creeping through and eat. I forgot. You know who I forgot was in it? Who told me it very briefly was Trejo.
Danny Trejo.
I forgot.
Hold up. I don't believe that was Danny Trejo because Danny Trejo trying to speak Spanish does not sound like Danny Trejo. Okay. All right.
I was like, that's Danny Trejo, man.
That's him making a bad Spanish accent is what it was.
It was horrible.
Oh, okay. So let me break down. If you haven't seen an Anaconda, it's a snake movie. Find an Anaconda in the Amazon. That's all you really need to know. All right? Here's some of the bad things about it. John Voight has the worst accent I have ever heard.
So did you ever figure out what nationality he was trying to
He was from Paraguay. I'm from Paraguay. He goes, Mateo, we looking for snakes. Yeah. I'm like, what is that?
He was awful. Like a guy that went to the priesthood and said he flunked out of the priesthood. Or he stopped doing the priesthood to go into hunting or something. I hunt snakes. Like just
the jungle will kill you without me. Stuff like that.
Just
horrible.
And
bringing up the very start of the movie, you see probably one of the most famous Latin actors, badass actors, always either playing a bad guy or some kind of badass. That's Danny Trejo. Shoot himself and speak in the most unrealistic Danny Trejo Spanish accent I've ever heard in
he's
my
Spanish.
That's what I'm saying.
Like everything in this movie was off. Like
was,
like right down to young Jennifer Lopez before she was all diddy-fied.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
we got to talk about that off.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I thought 90s CGI used to be really good.
It was decent.
Okay,
but
did you not see the damn lightning strikes being just like Photoshop posted on there?
The snake itself was just.
It was
really
just off.
Was this entertaining to me?
Did you hear the freaking the fans from the studio house they were during the whole storm scene? You can hear the fans running.
Yes,
I'm like, oh my God, this is awful.
Like, they dropped the ball in the acting, the editing. Hey, Ice Cube was Ice Cube.
Hey, no offense.
I love Ice Cube.
And actor's name I can't remember, old boy, but his old dad. It's the dad from Jumanji. You know, plays water. I can't. I'm gonna get hate for forgetting that actor's name.
He was the dude that jumped off.
Jumped. Okay.
In the snake.
Yeah, but he is there and has all.
In a movie that was about a killer snake.
Yeah.
There was only 2 decent kills in it.
Exactly. There was.
Oh God, horrific.
So that goes up. Let me go ahead and go into some of the things I did enjoy. I felt like some of the snake kills were kind of epic. The first snake kill, Mateo, he gets round up, he's trying to scream, and instead of usual just swallowing whole, it snaps his neck.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, that's pretty, okay, now we're getting this killer, this animal that will each swallow you. The guards attempt you and then kill you again.
Yeah.
You know, we got that. 2, old, his name was Wilderman or whatever. The character's name was Wilderman, the big actor that they hired up, right? But this Jumanji's dad, the guy from Jumanji's, Alan's dad from Jumanji. He's running from this Anaconda. And it's really a really cool character development. He's this posh prick of an actor that expects y'all to do everything for him.
Yeah.
Turned into kind of a badass. He wants to take a lead role.
He turned into like. So
he gets his hero role.
Very, very rarely do you watch that type of character's arc in a movie. You know what? I forgot that was the new Captain America was in this.
Really?
That's Walker. That plays the guy that plays Captain America.
Now we're seeing some body dysmorphia going on over here.
Yeah, wow. So the dude back there with the brass knuckle knife.
Yeah.
But anyways, like very rarely do you see a character arc of a pompous ass
turn into a hero.
Turn into a guy like, man, I hope he makes it.
Yeah. And I was like, I was really
like when he showed Ice Cube how to drive the boat.
Exactly. I was like,
driving a Cadillac. He said he's got that cigarette hanging out of his mouth.
Exactly.
Okay.
Oh, they're talking about things they missed from back home, and of course, in classic Ice Cube fashion, we got to bring up Compton, baby. I was like, all right. I gotta get some respect for him. But he climbs that waterfall wall, and then he jumps, snake grabs him, and then they fall to the ground.
And jerks 4 seconds later.
I know.
It was horrible.
That was great.
No, it wasn't.
I know.
It wasn't.
Even John Voight's stuff wasn't awful.
The wink.
He's still alive, partially digest, winks at you, and he dies.
Why did he come out and look like the Toxic Avenger?
Exactly, look just like the Toxic Avenger.
Like acid, he got swallowed by a snake and then shot out.
Not even 4 seconds later, he gets spit back up and he's partially digested too.
So the one cool death though I thought was when there was at night and the snake, I forgot who he swallowed. I think it may be an Owen, I'm not for sure. But when the snake swims through the water, you see the imprint.
That was Gary. He gets
the
Gary.
imprint of the body inside. That was
that was really good. I think here's a good kill in the movie, and it wasn't a snake kill. It was John Voight's. Salion or whatever his name is. He kills this chick that was getting ready to kill him by jumping up and putting a leg lock on her neck and chokes her out.
Yeah,
I thought that was like, okay, we're getting a character development.
But no, we wasn't.
Going back to the bad things, how do you get a villain? I don't care, but if I can look past the bad accent if you just tell me more about Salion.
Yeah.
And I know I'm butchering the character's name, but that's what I'm remembering from it because there's a lot of this movie.
One thing about it though, John Voight plays a good bag.
Oh yeah,
he plays a douche.
But, I mean,
just don't ask him to do an accent.
No, exactly. Here's my thing. From my memory for 15 years, I didn't realize he was purposely trying to kill them, like use them as the bait.
So that's the one thing I do remember.
See, I did not remember that.
From the word jump, you didn't trust him.
Yeah.
From the word go, he wasn't a good person. So I do remember that.
But other than that, I mean,
So
going back to like how I remember now, I remember it being really good, really acted, and now I watch it, and I'm like, what was wrong with me 15 years ago that I thought this was an excellent movie? Because I've talked about this for you, like I love Anaconda.
Before, yeah.
I had to sit here and think about it, and after I watched that movie, I was like, if I was watching this as a bad movie, purposely trying to be bad, this is funny and better rated than what I can give it now.
Yeah.
But it's
horrible.
It was not good, and then for as a pretty decent star-studded cast, you would have figured it'd been better.
So we'll get to our. And I don't know if you've watched these other two movies that I'm going to compare with. They come out in the '90s at around the same time.
Yeah. Let's tell about your opinions on Anaconda, and then let's give us a ranking. You just going to go ahead and give the ranking? It's a 2 thumbs down.
It was just, I'm like you. So I have watched it more recent, but it's been years and years, and I was like, and listen, we're not snobs. We appreciate good cheese. We watch Jason movies.
Yes.
We watch Friday. By the way, have you seen the new? They're getting ready to redo all the Friday the 13th. Like
really,
they've put a redesign out. There's a new universe coming.
Okay.
And it's starting off with the prequel in Peacock, Camp Crystal Lake, who the chick that played the little hottie that played Thelma in Scooby-Doo is going to be playing Mrs. Voorhees, Miss Pamela Voorhees, and they're doing a Crystal Lake series, and you're going to start seeing more Jason material upcoming in the next 5 to 10 years.
That sounds pretty good.
That's pretty cool. But anyways, we're not snobs.
Yeah.
We love some good cheese.
Yeah,
we do. Especially good 90s cheese. 80s and 90s cheese. I'm a 90s baby. I was born in 83. Grew up in the 90s.
Yep.
I love some cheese. I understand cheese. Now, this movie was cheesy.
Yep.
But well done cheese. Because
Exactly.
one of the movies I'm getting ready to compare this to was cheesy as all get at, but was still an entertaining movie, and the graphics were still there. I don't understand for the budget. I don't think they spent too much money on Lopez and Cube, and didn't have money for CGI snakes or even animatronic snakes. But just dropped the ball a lot for me. Wasn't what it should have been. If you want me to give it, let's do some snake skins right here. I give it, just because of nostalgia purposes, I'm going to go ahead and say I give it 2 snake skins out of 5.
I'm going to give it a 2.5 snake skins out of 5.
So we're both.
My reason being is, it's just, you got to watch it.
The acting wasn't horrible outside of Voight.
Yes. It's a movie that is worth a watch probably once every 15 years is worth a watch to me.
Grab you a couple of these.
Yeah.
Couple of tumblers of your favorite drink.
And I will say this, you don't watch that movie just by yourself for the night. You get something good right after to watch.
Yeah, and which is what I done.
Yes.
So me and the wife, I think we was up like 2:30, 3 o'clock the other day watching the movies. We ended the movie night with the Crow, the real Crow.
The real, yeah.
Okay, and we're just comparing and contrasting because she just recently watched the new one.
Yeah.
She's like, "Oh my God, it's not even the same. The transitions, the music, everything about it." Okay, but anyways, what I watched really right after that was a movie that starred Trent Williams, and I don't know if you know. I think it's Trent or Trent. I'm missaying his first name, but it's called Deep Rising. Now, have you ever seen this? Now, this is an Asian-based movie. Okay.
Okay.
So it's got some good characters in it. It's what they are they drive a boat, submarine style thing, and they take you place and let you do. So some mercenaries who was going to rob a boat, are taking. They take them to this boat. Whatever, chaos ensues, and there's some Asian creatures in this.
Really?
That they're different. It's not. It's a weird design because they can change from the butt to the face, like their rear, and it's real. It's an entertaining movie, is what it was. There's some cool weapons in it, good shotgun play in it. Some really cool. They carried small Gatling style guns that were really, really cool. I mean, I give that movie a solid 3 out of 5. And then just because I wanted to continue on with creature features and 90s movies, I watched The Great Congo with Mr. Ernie Hudson. I'm your great white hunter, although I happen to be black. I love this movie. It withstands to me today to the test of time. The CGI was on point. The acting was on point. The weapons were on point. And this one, and I've listened to the Congo book on audio, and the movie to me was better than the book, and that very rarely happens. I think the Jurassic Park movies hold up better than the Jurassic Park book, but that's the only 2 times I've ever seen that happen. Even being Rambo, the books are awesome, and then I being a Halloween fan. Halloween Ends is 10 to 1 better than Halloween Ends
hands down
on the movie, but Congo to me is a solid 4 out of 5. As far as creature features, animal feature movies go, I love Congo.
I've always agreed with that.
The CGI stood up. Amy the gorilla was dope. The bad guy who, the dude that the gold chaser, who Ernie Hudson picks on the whole movie. I loved that movie. So I watched those 2 right after Anaconda, and then woke up and talked to you the next day, and I was like, dude, Anaconda's bad. Anaconda's bad. Have you watched Blood Orchards or anything like that? Any of Anaconda's sequels?
I've watched Blood Orchard, but I've always remembered Blood Orchard being 10 times worse than the first one.
Holy hell!
That's what I'm saying. It's like that's what I remember. I think it's done. Do we need to do the sequel?
Oh, that was a cool nap.
Just watch a Nazi get blown up.
Watch anytime a Nazi.
Do you think it's
blown
worth?
up.
No. Here's the thing. I think another reason why I'm liking Anaconda because it extended out in so many movies. We might need to turn that down. That's a big large firefight.
It was.
We might have to turn that down. Sorry for that, folks. If you're hearing a big firefight of MG42s and
this is not Beirut.
Right.
It's just a day on the compound.
But Anaconda had a series of movies, almost the same amount of movies as another famous creature feature, and then they had a crossover film. If you know what I'm talking about.
Lake Placid.
Lake Placid.
So
that's what I'm saying. Like I have fond memories of Anaconda, like everything going up.
The original Lake Placid is an entertaining movie.
Yes.
When he comes out and grabs the bear, that's an entertaining ass movie to me. And then that's Betty White, right?
Yes, it was.
Feeding chickens and stuff. Dude, that was entertaining, and I still like. Why was Anaconda so bad? The CGI really threw.
I think it's because we remember it being better than it was. I think it's that false memory. It's like my dad said when he first watched Star Wars and when it came out in the 70s, he said that it was probably some of the amazing graphics he's ever seen. Going back later, you watch it again, it's like, okay, for the time, I can see that. Now it's... But even then...
I think Congo come out before Anaconda.
But it was better.
It was better, though. Like the CGI, like I don't know where we went wrong on the CGI snake and the kills, but it was not what it should have been.
And even the stuff they had as puppetry was not that good.
No.
Like the whole scene of it
opening up. Get Tom Savini up in that bitch, man. Get some...
Exactly.
The 90s were full of special effects. Some of the special effects greats. I'm sure Tom Savini would have been all over it. He's one of my favorite special effects guys. I loved him. I loved his designs in Day of the Dead. I loved his designs in From Dusk Till Dawn. So he's a great special effects guy.
Oh yeah,
those guys are there.
I just use them.
Did we spend too much budget on Miss Lopez?
Do we really have to get John Voight? I mean. Come on now.
Mr. Angelina Jolie.
I mean, you could have saved some money by cutting out the character of Danny Trejo that always spoke in Spanish.
For 15 seconds?
Yeah.
So anyways, if you're looking for creature features, there's your 3. Try Deep Rising.
I'll try that.
It's on Pluto. It's not a bad movie. You can watch it for free. It's entertaining. And then obviously the great Congo, it was a great novel, even better movie to me. And then if you want to give it a try, just to try it. If you ain't watched
if you ain't watched it, you have to watch it.
You have to watch it. You can't say that you're a creature feature horror movie
without ever talking about Anaconda.
Without talking about Anaconda.
But I will say this. I think it's a movie I think it's the only movie I could sit there and say that it's good to watch it at least once every 15 years because you got to watch it to humble yourself from saying it's a great movie. Because I got humbled last night watching it. And I was like, oh God, what is my taste?
It was like he's
I was like, I need to quit the KPLS show if this is what I'm saying. It's a great movie.
What's these bugs that's come back? The cicadas or whatever.
Yeah, the cicadas.
Yeah, watch it as they come back. They come back every 12 years. Watch that movie every 12 years. Well, hey, listen. We wanted to do a quick show.
Yes, we did.
We want to kind of have some time to hang out today, talk some more movies. I know you want to get back to your family.
Yeah.
We wanted to be able to put this out. As we said at the beginning, hearts, prayers, and good vibes. We're praying for you, London. We're praying for you, Somerset. Pray for the people.
Yes.
Pray for the people.
Yeah.
And we've done our first little EDC drop.
It's been a while.
Been a while. You might get to see our real kits one day.
Yeah.
My real kit, my real battle rifle's finally what I want. I might show it off to you. It's good to go with that backpack sitting right over there. I've been playing with that. That's my attack pack. If things was to happen, and we have to go on the run and have to fight. It's not much for sleeping. It's not much for eating, but it's built for battle. So that was a good short little video. We appreciate y'all as always tuning in. We're going to hopefully. I was asked why haven't we done a trimmers yet.
And especially after somebody that likes to sign off with the words of the great Burt Gummer.
Right, and I mean, I get called Burt Gummer all the time, so maybe it's something that we do here coming up.
Okay.
We got to fill some gaps in between now and
some
Halloween.
stuff. We got a lot going on.
Yeah,
Kung Fu Panda's decided I really want to keep going on a movie review trip. I think it's a good time while we get some other things scheduled out and work out the process.
Yeah,
of
one
doing
of the shooting ranges that we usually shoot at kind of got shut down, and then one of the other places we go shoot at right now is extremely busy.
Yes.
So we're just kind of
trying to get some time. We're trying to get some time, like some filler. We're going to get some filler for y'all, but some stuff we really enjoy doing.
Yeah.
And a lot of people do ask us, like, what do you think about this movie? We have some good opinion points on it.
Right. And
we're not your prompish critics that's going to bash whatever movie.
No.
If it's a decent movie, we find enjoyment about it. We'll tell you how enjoyable this movie is.
I tried to give The New Crow a chance.
Yeah. Ooh.
I really did. Okay, I've watched it 3 times and still can't give it a chance.
Yeah.
I still can't like it. So we give this movie. Overlord, the World War II zombie movie. I watched it the first time, didn't like it. Went back, rewatched it a couple of times, and now I really enjoy it.
Yeah.
Sinners, like I said. I was down the middle on Sinners. I know it's great. I know it's there. I want to rewatch it because I love vampire flicks.
Yeah.
We're going to rewatch it together. We will open our minds and try to do the movie justice for just the regular average Joe, everyday guy.
And one thing is we always give a movie a second watch because not always the first time you will get everything.
Maybe something happened, or even with the movie Predator.
Yeah.
Not that Predator, but that Shane Black travesty. I've tried to give it multiple chances. We will do that. We'll give it more than a watch, and we'll see what's up. But anyways, we appreciate y'all tuning in. We appreciate the likes, the subscribes, the views. We love y'all.
Yep.
Prayers for Somerset, Kentucky. Prayers
606 strong.
Yeah, 606 prayers for London, Kentucky. 606 strong. Hey, as always, this is your boy Lance Sharp saying it's better to have it, not maybe not have it. So make sure you grab it.
This is your boy Kung Fu Panda, and always remember, folks, you ain't got time to sleep.